Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Anissa and I am the Crafty author, and welcome to my quilting studio. I have been absent for quite a while, I guess, and I do apologize for that. I have been unpacking the craft room. As you can see behind me, I have all my fabrics unpacked. I have the room unpacked. We're finishing up a few small details before I actually reveal everything to you. I have painted my doors in here. They were not they were just primed, and so I went ahead and painted those because it was driving me crazy. But anyway, it looks great. We're still working on the playroom, and my husband is still putting his office together as well. But as far as the craft room goes, it looks amazing. I am so in love with this. And so if you can just hang on for just a few more days, this should all be done and we should be good to go. And then I will do an exclusive tour of the whole room, and I will show you how I am now storing my fabric, my AccuQuilt dies, my embroidery threads, everything. So I'm super excited. I hope you are too. But here's just a small little glimpse of what it looks like so far. I know, it's just a tease, but I promise you're going to love it. All right, so thanks for sticking with me on that. I wanted to talk to you about a project that I'm working on right now. And I am doing it with the Fat Quarter Shop. I'm doing the quilt along for breast cancer for the month of October. And I am having so much fun. If you're following me on Instagram or Facebook or in my Facebook group, you've probably seen what I've made because I've been sharing my progress every Friday. So I'm getting ready to make another one, another block of 3. And then I'm going to start attaching the rows. So I'll show you what that looks like once I get that going. But if you wanted to do the quilt along, then I would highly encourage you to join me in doing it. You can still get fabric from Fat Quarter Shop. You can order the pattern. You can actually just buy the pattern and use it as a PDF, download it as a PDF. It's very easy to follow the instructions. Trust me, I am terrible at following the instructions. So if I can follow it, it's good. It's really simple. I'm trying to think of what else. The only thing that they're asking is that if you can afford to make a donation to the National Breast Cancer Society, I think is what it is. And I will link everything below in the description box, including the link to make a donation there. Oh, sorry about that. I went ahead and made a donation in my great-grandmother's name. Her name was Jessie Wilson, and so I made a donation for her. My great-grandmother had breast cancer. She had a double mastectomy, and then she ended up dying from cancer. So I'm going to show you what I have done for last week, so that if you're interested in doing this as well, then I would highly encourage you to do it. And I will also give you some tips on this as well. So this is the first one that I did. Now I'm using all Tula Pink fabrics for this, and you can see that I have used my decorative stitches to go around the bra there just to give it a little bit of some character. And I will be doing that to all of my bras. They're all going to be different. So this is just the first row. This one is probably one of my favorite blocks. Isn't that great? And then here is the third one. If you have scraps, you can also, this is a really scrappy, scrappy friendly project. I knew that didn't sound right. So it's a great way to use up your scraps as well. Just make sure that you have enough yardage for your background fabric, and that's all included in the pattern. I can't give you that information because it is not my pattern. And so let's see. Also, Well, should I show you this first? Yes. I also started working on these. These are fabric boards. They're kind of like you know, I had a quilt wall. Well, fabric boards help you to lay out your fabric and go to the sewing machine and have it in order so that you can see what order you're sewing in, and then you can see how it looks on your block or on your board, how that block is going to look. So I've been working on these. This was my first one. I kind of messed it up, so I put some rickrack around it just to kind of fix it. This is a pattern by Lori Holt. And so I will link below to her channel so that you can see how these are made as well. They are awesome. All you need is some foam board, some batting, and some leftover 2.5-inch strips that you were using for binding, and you're off to the races there, and a glue gun. So I'm getting ready to do these ones next. So I normally save all my binding pieces, and so this is what I'm going to be using on one of the boards. I just bought the foam board off of Amazon, and these are my 10 by 10 inch boards that I'm going to be making. So probably, if I have enough of this, I'll do one like that. And I'm also using all my scrap batting that I have. So if that is something that you want to get into and make of your own, it's a really fun project to kind of just do while you're watching a movie or something. If you're not feeling like sewing and you just want something different to do, that's a great project. And it doesn't have to all be done at once. So that's the other thing that I like about it. Here is what the fabrics that I think I'm going to be working with for Friday. So I'll show you the stuff that I'm working on for Friday. So this is going to be the bra pattern, and this is going to be the straps. I just think that is so cute, and I have something to go with it that's going to really make it look amazing, but that's a surprise. I'm not going to show you that today. And then we have this one, all different colors. You can kind of see on the back. And then I'm going to be using this with it because this has yellows in it. So like if I flip it to this side, you'll see that it has the yellow and the pinks. And so that pulls. So the stripes are the straps. And then one of my favorites. This is Alice. And so she's going to be on the bra. And then I'm going to be making the straps with this really cute fluorescent pink polka dot fabric. So I'm looking forward to doing this. This is a fun project to do. It goes fairly quick. You could cut it all in one sitting, which is what I'm going to be doing here. I think from now on is just starting to cut them. Tips on how to do this, okay? So the first thing that you're going to want to do is you're going to want to make sure that you have some paper and a pencil or a pen, and also a friction pen if you can, because what I found to be the easiest was when I was cutting my pieces for the quilt, I could label them. I could write what letter they were and how they coordinate with the other pieces, and also the length. So I would write that with my friction pen because I know I can iron that off my fabrics. And it'll come right off. And then I actually had a piece of paper that I used just a quilt clip with, and I would attach it to each set that I had. So that makes it easier to keep track of your fabrics. The other thing that I would recommend is make sure you read the pattern. Because I did a trial run on mine. I always do a trial run before I make a block, especially when I'm starting a new quilt that I'm not familiar with. I will do a practice block just to kind of get the feel of what it's going to be like. And that way I can kind of work out any of the kinks if I have any going along the way. So on that one, I couldn't get anything to line up. And I was getting so frustrated. I must have recut some of those pieces out of my scraps like 3 times. And then I finally sat down again, and I kept looking at the pattern, and I'm like, no, this is right. No, this is right. It wasn't right. I had one of the pieces wrong, and it threw the whole thing off. So reading is very important. So just make sure that when you're doing the pattern, you're following the right measurements. I don't know, but sometimes you just look at things wrong, and your brain computes it, and you think you're still doing it right, but you're not. So just always double check is what I'm trying to say. And sometimes triple check if you have to. So that is what I have for this week. I'm getting ready to start doing tutorials again, and I'm super excited to do that. As you can imagine, things have been really crazy. I got sick in the midst of all of this, and I feel better now, but man, it was kind of a pain in the butt for a while, but doing okay now. So that's all I have for today. So I just want to thank you for joining me. I hope you have an excellent week and keep on crafting. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.